Welcome everyone to the 9th season of GLL Wingman. I'm Toby, joined by Hayes, and we have got not only one league this time around, but multiple. This whole format, just think about it, 9 seasons in already. That's insane. But we might as well just say it immediately. There is now 2 Wingman tournaments going on, and we're not just talking different regions. The regions are the same, but we now have Open League and a Pro League. Ooh, fancy. I'm excited.
Yeah, the big boys are coming in. It's going to be interesting because I haven't really seen much from the big boys since. I mean, obviously
they haven't really played.
Yeah, well, I mean, since the Pro Leagues have started, everyone's kind of just gone into the Pro Leagues, and then nothing's, no Wingman has happened really for those guys. But finally, we get to see them again.
In all fairness, NA did have NPL players playing. There was only the European side that didn't. But yeah, so maybe you'll see some players. Not today. Today's going to be the Open League format. There'll probably, I assume, for those of you guys who've been watching these tournaments before, will be a lot of eyes that you have seen before. I can already see now. Kind of skimmed it down there, see some faces I've seen before. But tomorrow we'll get to see what the PEL players have in store. All invited players for this tournament. I'm very, very excited to see how that's all going to unfold.
Yeah. You say they're all invited as well?
I'm pretty sure,
all invited. Interesting. Okay, so that's going to be quite. I mean, there's no qualifiers happened. Everyone's invited, so
I'm pretty sure that's how it is.
That's going to be interesting to see. I'm not sure exactly because, would that involve the contenders players as well? I imagine that would. Right?
I am not completely sure, but we will have. It's not before tomorrow. It's not before tomorrow.
Anyway.
We'll have it. We'll have
all the opens here.
We'll have it all figured out for you. But today it's all about opens, and we are going to have 6 games brought to you. And as you know, have you seen this before? It's not like we see in the Pro Leagues and all that, where it's all the different games played, all the different maps played on the same day. No, it is one day, one map. And today is going to be the jungle map of Sanhok. Chaos, and a lot of chaos. I mean, Duos is already third-person heavy.
Yeah. Bring
it to Sanhok, we're talking 8th person. Like eight party heavy, not third person. Third party heavy, of course. Yeah. But yeah, it gets hectic in those Circle 3, Circle 4s.
To be fair, when we went to Sanhok last time for the season 8 of Wingman, I feel like the European teams didn't quite aggress that much on Sanhok. There was a lot of proing on top of hills, whereas the North American side last time, season 8, was it was either full nades or full run, or then I think we had I think it was Adam. I think it was the wildcard squad, just proning until the end, and then picks up some kills and wins the game. It was. Yeah. I mean, it worked because they got through, to the finals. So.
And that's the funny thing with Sanhok to me is that it's all that's the map where you need to be able to finish fights fast. But when you then throw the duos aspect into it, yes, there's that less players on the team, so technically you should be able to finish the fights faster. But there's also that many more individual teams around. Now, let's see. We have the schedule here for the entire Wingman Open group stage. We got, Sanhok on the first day, and we're going to go in 3 days. We're going to hop over to Miramar, and then on December 4th, over to Erangel, and the finals on December 7th and 8th. We'll bundle all the maps together for those 2 days. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. And as I said just before, 6 games of non-stop jungle action today.
Solid stuff. I'm excited. I mean, obviously the games are slightly shorter than the other maps, true. Right? But doesn't mean to say that there's any less action.
Oh, by no means. No means. You can see the prize pool here, and that's talking about action. People don't just want to go out and get kills and die, and then kind of it's over. There's a lot of money on the line. First place, $10,000.
Wow.
For a duo. It's not. You don't have to share it with 3 other people and a coach and a manager and all that. It's just for you and your friend. Put it in your pocket. And remember, guys, if you're sitting out there, play the GLL.GG. I mean, there's got to be a season 10. Even though we don't know, go ahead and sign up right now. Just rate, and it could be a Christmas gift to yourself. Sign up and be ready for it. And then we have this new thing coming in as well, the league winning opens. Because normally the transition from the group stage over to the finals has just kind of been yay, you're in the finals now.
Ooh, yeah.
But now the first, second, and third place teams are actually gonna get an additional little I was gonna say little pocket change for $1,500.
Yeah,
that's not a small amount.
Not pocket change.
Nope, that's a big pocket change, and that's gonna add to it. So look for teams to fight even harder, even though they're kind of already in. They're gonna go for that first place even more.
Yeah, that's solid stuff. Point system though. As you can see, just down to 12th place, where you get 1 point, 10 points for the win, and it all just staggers down.
Kills.
Kills exactly. That's what I'm saying, right?
Oh. You could essentially die with 13 players alive and get 0 points of placements. I mean, when we look stand when we talk crazy circles on Wrangle Miramar 2 for that sake, 13 people alive, that can be like, I don't even know, 30 seconds before the game ends. Yeah. And you could go out with a big fat 0 if you don't get some kills alongside it.
That's pretty common. But then again, I suppose if there's 13 players alive, then you probably would have gotten like 1 or 2 kills anyway.
Most likely. I'm just saying, even though we say there's a lot of money on the line, you got to play safe, you got to play smart, damn better also go out and get some kills, because in the end, I think last time when we saw first place teams, it was not a 50-50 split. Most teams had more kill points than placement points overall, like throughout the entire tournament. But there were some anyway that managed to make their way into, I want to say, top 10, because nobody won off of the placement points. It was always like 2/3 would be kills, and then the last third would be placement points. So obviously, it's very, very, very kill heavy.
Yeah, no, it's usually about 70%. I think is like for this point system. I think actually this point system might be a bit more in terms of kills.
My 66% wasn't good enough for you. I had to up it to 70.
Well, that's what I've seen in terms of the squads. You know, we usually with our super rule set, the squads is usually like 70% around those kills, and then the rest of the points is obviously through placement. But I feel like here, I said this last time we were here, like the placement, like it's kind of, it's not even half. It's about, because like with squads, it's like half on the points.
Yeah, right? It's below that.
In terms, so here it's even below. It's even worse.
With that said, though, guys, let's take a look at the teams competing in the Wingman Season 9 Open League here tonight. And of course, you can't really see the player names right now, but I'm already seeing team names that I've seen plenty of times before. Elgigant and Ambritus. I mean, there's so many names on this list here that we've seen, and I'm sure that once we get in the games, because I mean, people have the right to be very creative with their names. I feel like, I don't know if it's a language barrier thing, but I feel like some of the American teams are normally a little more, I guess you can say, free-handed with their creativity on how they make their names. Here they're more like, yeah, kill, win, fast, yeah, we're the best. Where the American teams, they tend to meme a little more in their team names.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you've got, as you said, Gunson, back to Lucy. We saw those last time, I think, those two guys in the Season 8. But the N47 duo, those guys, I mean, wait. Interesting.
Not everyone's in.
N47
Not everyone's
duo.
in. That just goes to show how stacked the pro lobby is. If this is indeed a N47 duo, those are gonna be guys. But for those of you guys who don't know, N47 are indeed also PL players.
That's
so if they have made their way in, if they have snuck their way into the Open League, that could be scary. But then again, we talked about it before starting here today. There are, it's gonna come off wrong if you decide to misunderstand what I'm about to say, but there's a lot of online heroes playing this tournament. I know that word normally gets put off in but there's people doing shady stuff. No, that's not all what I mean. There are players that you guys out there, even today, we might not even know who they are, who just comes out of nowhere. They've been grinding the Pro League games, they've been playing GLL, they've been doing all these different matchmaking things to really, really, really get good. We just haven't really seen them in a Pro League or like in the on screen yet, and they could be coming out of nowhere and just wrecking people. We see it, I feel like, every single season so far. We've had at least 1 or 2 teams that goes, that's pretty damn impressive. I mean, they do that. So don't be, I mean, even though we have some of these really big name teams in there, there could be unknowns that just come out of nowhere and rip them off.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, if you were to go into like public game lobbies, you'll I mean, I've been wrecked quite a few times by some people.
He's a caster now.
Caster, by the way. No, but you dropped it like in Pachinki, and you're like, all right, I've got an AK, and then boom, you're just dead. And there's like this guy, you're like, who is this man? And he hits this insane headshot. So I think we'll see a lot of this today in terms of like these slightly unknown players that they feeling their shot, they're feeling good, they're playing against the top, some of the top boys anyway, and it's like you want to prove yourself, right?
Also, I want to say that Sanhok is going to be not the Joker map, but it's going to be the map where people probably to a certain extent care that less about rotations and the big, like the big play, and more about the individual aim down, like frag out your opponents type play. So I think that's, if you want to really brawl out and show something impressive today, I think Sanhok is a pretty good map for it. I mean, it's a pretty good warm-up map kind of for the days to come in the tournament.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's not really too much macro play. I think, there's not too much macro play apart from obviously the first circle where you got to get into it.
Obviously.
But then apart
from
that, you just can't. Yeah, you don't have to. I mean, who was it? Was it VC on PGC?
Yeah, not nerds. Like Circle 5, we'll make it.
Yeah,
no stress.
Right,
no stress.
But no, like I think you kind of have to sort of just play it on foot after the first circle. You pretty much like play it on foot. I've seen some teams use vehicles to get into center when they're just
boats more than cars.
True. Yeah.
The whole wrap around the islands with boats, that's something you see very often. And also, I mean, I guess even now, it's not going to be 4 guys shooting at you. Well, unless if 2 different teams are shooting, but there's a bigger chance, just in general, you see it on the Wrangler Miramar too, there's a bigger chance you'll survive in vehicles simply based on the fact that there's that less people shooting at you. Essentially, the amount of players are the same.
Yeah.
But since they're more spread out, odds are that you can rotate more freely, I guess.
Yeah, you won't do a Navi. No.
You won't just send it in and get blown up. No, hopefully not at least. But the game, as I can see on my screen, is just about to pop off. So I think in moments from now we'll hop on over to game number 1. And indeed, we have 6 games to play today, guys. Welcome to the 9th season of Wingman.
As you can see, the plane is going straight over boot camp. So we'll see what kind of action goes there.
Yeah.
I imagine I think we've already seen some people drop out. Looks like LG might be going for that. They're doing their wacky jackies.
I was going to ask you, Hayes, because obviously you being a former player and all, and still playing the game. I mean, maybe more on a casual level than competitive now. Is for all these players that we just talked about who maybe don't have that much competitive experience, because we always say if you're sitting out there watching, come in and play the tournament. Nobody in bootcamp, by the way. I think Ghost Star saw it. Nope, he's already landed. Bootcamp is the everyone's going to go there, so we're not going to go there, and thus Ruins open, bootcamp open.
Just completely debating everybody to the point where
nobody
there is
Ruins,
there.
nobody bootcamp. I was just going to ask, because this leads perfectly into it. What is the main differences to you? Like, if you were to advise someone, you want to try and play competitive, go for it. 3 things. What's the biggest difference to playing in a public lobby and this that they're playing right now?
Positioning, I'd say. Positioning, and then obviously like just thinking forward thinking and being proactive. So not exactly reacting to what's happened. It's more like wait, what? Oh my lord, that circle. Is that circle even on the?
I guess it's kind of up by Ghost Star, a little south of him, maybe.
Yeah, I don't even know. That's insane. Yeah, but as I was saying, with the being proactive kind of thing, you see a lot of teams. I mean, even in the pro leagues, like a lot of teams just kind of fall into this reactive state where they react towards the game, where they're not really doing anything. They sit there and then they die. I mean, we've seen it a few times. I'm not going to name names, but it
does happen. It does happen.
So I think always making sure that you're moving forward and being proactive with your thoughts in the game always helps out.
Makes sense. Makes good sense. One thing I just noticed, and now it's still early in the game, so I don't know if that's a coincidence or not, but I saw a player have a red dot on his SLR and a 2x on his M4. And there's been a thing, I think it's an Asian bias that has become a European one now. So we kind of saw it during PGC over this last couple of weeks. The 2x is becoming more, like, there was a long time where the 2x was like, oh, it's so big, it's taking up all the space. There's a lot of people playing those 2x's now.
Yeah, I think it's just because of the perceived control that you have on the recoil. I think that's what people like is that you have more zoom, therefore you can you visually. So I'm messing this one up, but you visually see the recoil happening, and you can adjust much easier. Same with the 3x spray as well. You see a lot of that. 4x spray, a bit more difficult, but a lot of teams do that as well.
Could it come down to maybe? Oh, we saw Sneak gone down. I'm gonna butcher that one. Tripson finds himself the first kill of the tournament. Oh, that's one of those where he was probably just running along, just finishing off his Spotify playlist, just waiting to get into his first battle, and here Tripson was behind a tree and, well, literally tripped him up.
Yeah, surprise, surprise. But and esports pulling up onto the freeze here. Is that freeze? Yep.
Could be.
The FP33 freeze. Yeah, the FP33s. Never mind as well. Excusez. That sounds like French.
I was gonna say, is that Quizzy?
Quizzy?
Yeah, but is Quizzy? I mean, the new season, new series, new names. Oh, Axon has seen him, but he's alone. Keep in mind that he's a solo player, and he might think that this is a duo, but it's two different teams that he is, well, potentially about to engage on. And he has a bush, and that's, well, that's about it. You might want to take the 3x over to your Con 98 if you're planning on shooting with it, though.
Yeah,
well, that's what I was gonna say with the 2x. Sorry to interrupt. Could it be a space thing too? That if you have a 2x, you essentially have a red dot and a 3x in one, so you don't need to carry two.
I suppose.
In terms of space for ammo and meds and nades and all
maybe. I'm not. Possibly. I think it's more just the recoil control. You feel like you have more control of your recoil or your spray. Yeah, looks like Axon's just kind of scouting out, and he doesn't want to take any shots. He's obviously solo, as you said. Ooh. Meanwhile, Magebane goes down.
Yeah, we just saw that Ewan was down as well. He's sitting there full on disconnected. That's unfortunate.
No.
So the Ravens get themselves some early kills. Ewang. Magebane, not so much for them to do here. It's kind of unfortunate because I think Magebane was only there because he was defending his AFK teammate, and then they still get found by an opposing team. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's unlucky. That is. Oh well, happens. You know, it's, game's not perfect sometimes, so these things happen.
Seeing the guys, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the boat rotation, as we said, I like it. Same with Barlos as well, coming from north of Hattin. It's an interesting. I mean, it's a boat rotation, but they're not that far from the circle. So I'm interested as to why.
A little bit of, I guess you can say, former PEL power from Macandark to go in and find himself a knock on towards Schlubby. He's going to go down to him and Himmanen squatting up, and Luke has to make a run for it.
Yeah, he's got a piece out. I mean, they have a pretty free side of the circle. You know, obviously boot camp was not looted. So they there's not much in terms of anyone around them as they get to the circle.
It could still bounce back too. I mean, technically, Circle 3, of course, being the circle here where we have to try at least to exclude as much water as possible. With the eastern next shift, there's a chance. There's a chance it could go over there.
I mean, if it shifts towards Elgig you see them on the sort of the just off of center there. If it shifts centered on Elgig
or anywhere,
then it can go towards, I think, probably towards boot camp. That looks like the most obvious place.
So. You'd think so. And it's interesting because you can see already now, looking at the map here, there's a lot of players that are kind of favoring that southern side. But essentially, it can. I mean, this is one of those circles. Normally, you can kind of tell, even after circle 1, kind of where it's going. But in this case, it could go literally anywhere. Sunka finds a few shots connected down towards Pelsish, but he's going to go down and return ball in nice off angle.
Yeah, it was a perfect spray there. Really, really nice spray. I don't think he even had a grip there, so that's a solid spray. Jorgen's got some work ahead of him. Looks like he's just going to leave him. Just gonna peace out. That doesn't want any part of that. Pelsish as well, just trying to find him, but little does he know he's miles away.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm a little disappointed also the fact that they called only headshot and then he just knocks him with a body shot. I mean, and this is a situation we were talking about. Those boats can come in handy, but if you get seen and your boat's on fire, you might be in trouble.
It's rough. It's gonna jump out. Okay, they're okay. I mean, but
so now what?
I mean, they're in the circle just about, but there's nowhere to go. Although, swimming has been buffed, hasn't it? Recently.
I mean, it's been unnerved. Can we call it that instead? Because it's not essentially been buffed that much. The question is, how much time does Ivers and his team really want to spend here? I mean, they are almost inside the circle, but getting to the correct island could be a priority. But then again, it's kills, you know? It's kills. They're worth so damn much.
Yeah, exactly. The circle did shift south, by the way. So that's why you probably see a few players on vehicles just sending it somewhere. Yeah. Because it has shifted towards the southwestern island. That is where everyone was banking on anyway. So you see obviously Marco and co in the ruins itself. Now these kind of circles, I think we have an idea of where they usually end, right?
I mean, at least where they're going to go to next. It's pretty straightforward. It's going to go with the northern edge of it is going to be up by, or northwestern edge of it is going to be up by ruins, or at least around there. It's going to shift down towards Gibbet and O'Connell, essentially. Look at this. I mean, look at Rooks, you have 2 free ones. But the thing is, if they start taking too much damage and kind of call it quits, they could just drown. And then I mean, then it didn't really pay off to stick around for this long.
That's wasted time, isn't it? Yeah. Another boat coming in, though. That's Suppy. No, it's Marrow.
Barlos drowned.
And his team, Barlos drowned.
Denied.
Wasted time. K-Win's also drowning, it looks like. So they're both dead without any points towards back to Lucid. So some big shots coming in now onto onto those guys in the boat.
Yeah,
That's
Myros and his
teammate.
teammate. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
They're in trouble. One more boat to be sunk. Potentially, it is on fire now. Back in the, I want to say back in the day, but it's only a few weeks ago. They changed the vehicle, so the fire animation comes a little earlier. So it's not like we usually see where, oh my god, one bullet left. Oh, Jester, nighty night. Wow. Emil finds himself a kill. That's got to be our server's favorite player. Just simply based off of his name. And also a name that I've heard from Swedish authors that it's really good to scream if you're upset. But you would.
No idea. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie.
Vanti is gonna find Axe, and he was rotating for as long as he could, but unfortunately, both the blue and opponents caught up with him. And now, as you said, I mean, might go towards Ruins. We see players around there already.
Yeah, you got T1 and Vascu just north of Ruins, actually. The PEL players, well, the newly... Oh, I wouldn't say new. They've been for one phase. They've been for
PEL players.
So they're hanging around the northern side of Ruins. You got Tekkas and Ab.
Quick question.
Towards Painan.
First time you played Sanok, did you get jump scared as hell by those dolls?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
I think I actually started screaming when I came around the corner.
You just sort of looting, and you're staring at the ground, and you look up, and there's just like people there. Like,
Also, since they added the doll in the chair on Wrangle, it's so scary.
That's the worst thing ever.
Pelsish out in the blue ball and is there as well. Beamy is trying to hold him off. Gotta say, I played a Faceit game against Beamy the other day, and he headshot me from like 600 meters out. So he clearly has what it takes to hit these shots. Now let's see if the nade can do the damage for him.
Well, that's a big nade. Doesn't do much. Yeah, Pelsish just not quite close enough. Boland low health. Looks like Beam is going to go on the flank, try and reposition. Same with Trikuo as well.
Yeah, he's pushing it down on this side. They know exactly where they are. Or at least somewhat. Oh, yep, Boland's been spotted.
Oh, there we go. Knock comes in from Beamy. Pelsish out to the circle. That's a big spray from Beamy there.
Important damage to be done too, because I'm not sure exactly that that Beamy had the cover needed. Should he be seen? I think he was actually pushing down while he started shooting at him. So had he got the knock, that could have been really difficult. And Beamy lands the headshot. Pelsish and Boland do go down. So even though kills were obtained, they didn't get much more of it.
No, not too much at all. Circle has shifted, obviously, as we thought.
As expected, yeah.
Yeah, as expected, centered around the AKA guys.
Oh,
the pull-up trollers. Are they going to troll though? I don't think so.
It is a trap. Don't go in. Wait, do they? I mean, now they must know, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I mean, footsteps also open. Nades are coming in. Oh, just bounced off the wall. They're unfortunate. Pilum trying to find one. Robbins did go down, but now Vanti is around the side.
Yeah, Vanti's got some work to do here. Spray comes in, gets tagged up a few. Vanti's got to back off now, or even push in a bit further. I think he's getting, there's some tags coming from the hill there.
And look at the circle. They're on the wrong island.
Yeah, yeah, true as well. Yeah, they got to push over the bridge as well. You got Ivers and Lukarooks holding that side. So this is rough. This is rough for these guys. Maybe they'll just go for a few kills and then see if they can get in. If not, then
they need to get the hell out of here. It's only phase 3, surely, but once phase 4 connects, not even when it starts closing, once it's connected and it says phase 4 on your screen, you cannot rest in the blue anymore, unless if you're right next to the circle. The time that it takes to put out a first aid is, more time than or less time than what it takes to get you down again.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Gotta get inside those circles. Vasco found one. T-Bone went down, I noticed, though. Mackin down for the second time, too. Them and Trico been fighting off quite a bit.
Yeah, they actually took out the guys in Ruins there. So it looks like he's going to get the res as well. So T-Bone up and healing. Not too bad. And they've got a decent spot as well. We'll see where this next circle goes, but I feel like it might go north. I don't know.
All the fights taking place right now on the edge. Everyone in the middle are just chilling in compounds. They're like, wait, where's all the action?
Yeah.
Come on, man. And this could be the scary part of it, right? Because we talked about how you have to be in top 13 to get points. So and there's still 24 teams alive. So even if you have a center position now and you don't get any kills, you could still fall out with just 1 or 2 points in placements. And maybe would it have been better to be in that edge fighting constantly position? Well, not if you're him, man, I guess.
No, you just die. That's how that works. Yeah, Luke stuck nearly in the blue in Painan. You've got it looks like 2 teams staring at him, and then 2 more teams just on the southern side. So it's looking pretty rough for him, to be fair.
One thing that you gotta like about duos, though, is that even though you're solo left remaining and it's tough and all, it's also, I say only, but it's only 2 players you have to kill. I mean, it's not a full team you have to go wipe out of 4. It's more doable, I guess you can say. If you get the right angle and maybe you get to spray down the first player without the opponent seeing, you could get off to a good one. And this, of course, now they just got the circle, but seems like Buster's and his teammate, they want a piece of this.
Yeah, no kills so far. PUBG with the 2x. We'll see how he does with this. They've got one knock they know, and there we go. There's the other one. That's actually a third party from someone else. So they pick up one of those kills. And
run off again.
And then BenQ is, I think he's just prone at a rock somewhere. I don't know exactly where he is, but he's just prone, sat there.
He's
crouching tiger, hidden dragon. I'm not sure how they haven't even, because I'm pretty sure these guys walked through here earlier, so I don't know how they've not spotted him or he's not taking any shots. There we go. The shots are taken. And,
nice peek.
Yeah.
That's how you want to play it.
Yeah.
Have one take all the attention, and then the other guy can come around and finish it off. Doesn't matter who gets the kills and all in this situation. It was very great played by both of them, and now Tegas might have overextended a bit because they're in the open here.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like Busters or PUBG want to actually push that because PUBG is quite low. So I don't think they want to do anything in terms of a push or a peek. Nades come out, nothing happens. So it looks like Tekas and Ab have the hills themselves.
And Luke is pushing up that hillside as well, so could potentially be damage in the making. Now everyone has to make their way down towards the southeast, and we see more and more players fall off. We've still yet to make our way into the placement point, but Tram and Nifo on the northern side squaring off against T-Bone and Vasco. You can see damage being done already.
Yeah, it looks like I'm not sure who has the advantage there, but we'll have to see how this plays out. You saw, I think it was Horseman taking out 2 of the players from back to Lucid. Both can go down the hands of Horseman. So that was quite an interesting.
Smoking off the vehicle here. I think they have a oh no, his teammate went down. There's no rest, but just go for it. Nevo, I believe, have faith, send it. Nope. It's a bait. It's a bait.
He's like, where is it? Oh, screw it, I'll run.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. He couldn't see it because of the smoke. Yeah, that's kind of counterproductive.
Oh, the circle gun.
Circle got 1, but they do still get 1 kill. Teammates down, and that's not going to be a... it could be. Could potentially be a res, and have 3 kills already. So that's a good start for Ace and his teammate.
Yeah, it's not too bad. They can get the res, I think, although, I mean, Spook and Bob, they'll do. Solar.
Ooh.
Now, these are the guys that have just got into PL from contenders. Solar and Trainhard, yeah. So that'll be interesting to see how they do. They've just got a few kills themselves. Although actually, Noki's just gone down. So
you can see the blue tanking up quite a bit down. As I said before, you really want to get inside the circle before you start taking these fights. Because if you're knocked, there's no rest coming up, even if your teammate is right next door.
Yeah, exactly. Magister's out in the blue, taking some shots at Ace. He does go down. Didn't get the res then, unfortunately. Magister does get in. And the circle does shift over towards Sting. So that works out. Vasco taking down a Horseman, I think, is his Finnish brethren there.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of beef right there.
I want to count up how many times either T-Bone or Vasco's been knocked so far, because despite the fact that we haven't covered them too much during the game, they have been on the kill feed on the receiving end of damage quite a few times.
Yeah, well, we obviously saw T-Bone get knocked in the ruins, and then I think he's not just there as well. Yeah. So that's a double knock for him. Next one, he's gonna play that pretty fast.
It's gonna be something of relevance in terms of the next fights. But I mean, it goes to show as well how important that teammate is. If you have a chance to get the res up, don't aggress, don't pull out the hero solo play. Get that teammate up, because believe me, late game, it's just going to come in so damn handy to have players alive. Grim Ravens, 7 kills for the team already. Wow. That is a very solid start to the tournament for them.
Yeah, Sakara and Easy Megas. Easy Megas, that's the one.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Solar gets one, gets the flush, just goes for the flush, and wants the points.
Admit defeat.
And then goes to the zone. Yeah, I mean, it's, it is what it is. You just got to do it, right?
Yep. But sometimes it doesn't go your way. Play the next one. That's why there's more than one gameplay in the tournament. Ghost Star spotted out. T-Bone landing some good shots. Nifo now fine. He was the one crouching forward. Fortunately, the third-party threat is eliminated before the fight really escalates.
Yeah. Ghost Star hasn't spotted N47 though. They've pushed in already. They're already inside the circle, just down the ridge there to his left. But T-Bone playing the barrel. He's got 4 kills as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Vasco with the kills.
Solid. Oh, sorry, yeah, that's Vasco. Yeah, obviously because
because he's British, don't take credit away from the other guy.
That's what I'm gonna do. Right?
One shot, one kill, out they go, and it's once again the Ravens who are racking up points. Look at this, 9 kills already as Megas all over the place.
That's absolutely nuts, yeah. 9 kills are in the, in the top 8 as well.
Did he just DC?
He did. Yeah, I mean, he must have done.
Oh no!
Oh, and his team is dead as well.
No. I mean, maybe AP doesn't see him before he reconnects. Oh, no. That's
He crashed. At least he gets placement points, though. I suppose.
He was so. That's a broken that's a broken mouse right there. When you have such a good, even though his teammate was down, when you have such a good game going, and you're on the good side of the circle too, to just run back to the compound you were in because it's inside the circle. Oh, that's gotta be frustrating. But that's that happens. I can't really say anything else.
It's the PUBG life, I suppose.
That's unfortunate, yeah.
But yeah, Bob the Best. He spotted out Ab from PW here. Ab's teammate is down. That's Tekker's. He's trying to smoke himself out and try and get himself out of the spot. No smoke. He's going in dry here into the onto the tree there. 5 HP.
He's just hoping that Ghostar doesn't peek towards his side of the circle, because look at this run he has to make through the open. You might be better off denying points here, but then again, if you really want to deny points, or just try and see if you can get something off of it.
Yeah, I'm not even sure.
He won't get a first hit off. He's dead.
No,
he's
dead.
Oh,
well, I mean, point denial nonetheless.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, is what is.
I mean, remember now it used to be just qualify forehead for the finals, right?
Yeah.
But now when there's money on the line for first place, you might actually be well off trying to deny points in a situation where you can't get anything.
100%. Yeah. It can affect you in the end game, really. Once it all comes down to it.
Timing of the peak might give it great done by there. His teammate almost went down because of it, but I like the whole. I mean, this wasn't as intended as the previous one was. Boo finds one. Hold that thought. Finds the flush as well.
I'm not sure why kind of.
He was healing. There. He was like 10 HP.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was just saying before, that he was taking a little more damage than he probably would have wanted in that situation, and unfortunately the timing was just off on the peak there.
That nade, was no cook there. O'Connell does win the fight, so Spoof goes down. 5 teams remaining now, 7 players. And Vasco goes down as well. Emil with the K98 headshot.
He's been on the kill feed quite a few times as well. Whether it's just been knocks or not, he's been doing a lot of damage. T-Bone taking a few towards him. Ghostar ends up going down to the circle, and T-Bone realizes that was his kill gone.
Yeah. But,
is that great right there?
I don't know.
I think it is. Yeah,
it is. Great. It is. Yeah, wow. That's a free one.
An extra. Ooh, important damage being done because he was holding him off.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, the barrel doing work for T-Bone here. Definitely. Emil's got to back off and heal. But it shrunk away from both, the AKA guys and T-Bone.
And no more smokes either. You got to go now before that smoke's on.
Get to the.
Did he just headshot him?
Massive damage. Yeah, but there we go. Emil coming in with a headshot there. T-Bone goes down. That leaves them free to get out of their compound and get the crate as well, actually.
We say free, but O'Connell is, only as free as Harold doesn't shoot. But now he's the one getting spotted. That's unfortunate. He's going to be down to blue, and his teammate might be as well. Emil is down real low, but he's inside the circle now. 5 kills for him.
Yeah, Maro super low in the smoke here. Portello trying to just get some pre-boosters going. Spots the player, doesn't quite get the frag through the smoke again. Lots of smoke's coming out from Maro here. He's just kind of biding his time until he inevitably dies. But yeah, O'Connell.
He's there.
Flank.
And he has no idea.
Yeah.
Like Bordello, he has no idea where that 4th player is. You can see him just holding and waiting. O'Connell doesn't want that extra kill. He wants the placement points. Let those other guys fight, and then maybe I can bite off one while the other's healing or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta try and third party as much as you can.
Oh, the position. Oh, he sees him now.
Oh, I think
Emil is down too. Maro found the nade.
Amazing. Wait, just from the open there. Wow. Insane nade into the smoke there. Spots out the player. Doesn't quite get the damage.
Ooh, that's unfortunate. 1v1 might have been better off taking out the rifle rather than the automatic. O'Connell gets one down to low HP.
Wow.
And that's going to be it. O'Connell finds the kill, gets himself the win, and no tag team. Well, they wanted the trophy at the Grand Slam. Unfortunately, I don't remember them winning it.
No, I don't think they were.
I don't think no tag team won the GLL Grand Slam.
No, I don't think it did.
No,
I think it was
it was FaZe.
Someone like FaZe, yeah.
Nonetheless, they get themselves a win in the very first game of the of both the day and also the Wingman Season 9 total. So I think they're pretty happy with that. Pretty well satisfied with that. And again, as we said, coming into this game, individual performances from the start. The Ravens guy, Emil, popping off with 5 kills as well. That's impressive.
Yeah, it's solid. I mean, yeah, it's unfortunate that the Ravens guys disconnected. They had 9 kills, top 8. It was looking good, and then it's happens, right?
If it's any consolation, they weren't the only ones.
No, that's true. Yeah. I mean,
is that a good thing?
Another good thing.
I don't know.
You know, the Milton Power guys, the Rebop guys, disconnected as well, unfortunately.
True.
This shot though,
they were. I mean, as I said, I mean, there are so we're blessed, and this is not to disrespect any of the region, but we are blessed to have some very, very talented players that aren't even on pro teams in Europe.
Oh, yeah.
Like the pool is just never-ending, it seems, of quality of players, like just quality of PUBG players, and in a duo format like this, it shines so much through. Like it shines through so well. You can hit so many good shots, but when it's 4v4. You never really get the praise unless if you do like a 1v4 or something crazy. Here you really get to see the individual performances shine out.
Yeah, exactly. It's more so because you can just make these plays. You know, cause if you get one down, then it's a 1v1, and that's if you do a 1v1, it's like it just makes it so much easier.
And that's what we love to see. Good PUBG, and well, even though. There's very mixed opinions of Sanhok overall as a competitive map, but I think even though it forces you to not only react faster and think faster, it throws a challenge at you within the, I guess you can say, PUBG frame that is good to be able to utilize on other maps as well. Because there are a lot of Sanhok-esque situations that will happen on other maps too. And then the fact you get to play it here, well, that just makes you better.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's same with like the boat rotations as well. You can,
for example,
practice your boat rotations on Sanhok for the military games in Erangel. If that's the thing, if
how to boat.
Yeah, how to successfully boat. Just don't go too close to the coast. Essentially.
Yeah, don't go close to Lucaros as well, because he was apparently the #1 boat spotter of that game.
Yeah, I mean, we saw him get loads of kills there. Well, no, he didn't get.
He got lots.
He got 0
damage.
Kills, actually. Yeah, lots of damage.
Fired a lot of bullets. And unfortunately didn't get the kills there. Was fun to watch those guys. What we're going to do now is take a short break. 5 more games coming your way. Stick around. We'll be right back.